And salutations, everyone. It is I, the Bone, and thou, the Beard. And we are doing a faction focus on the Orks.
Oh, bleeding heck, here we go.
Forge World Orks.
It's the Orks.
There's some Orks. There's some very fun stuff in this book. There's some very fun stuff. There's some good things in there.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking. We're going to go through and we're going to give each unit a good, bad, or ugly score.
Yes.
It's very. Look, I'm very excited.
I'm very
excited. Are you going to read the tome or am I?
Well, I can read this one. Well, I've just touched it with my paws,
Oh,
so I
very
guess
good.
it's probably best.
Okay, yeah, you literally were just there going. All right. Well, you can read through it. And
well, that's probably going to come in handy because we're going to be doing some comparisons
do a couple of
some,
comparisons in there.
Comparable units in here,
Yes.
etc., etc. So we'll start off with the HQs. That's a good place to start.
It is.
There's a couple.
There is a few.
There is a couple. So we have a Warboss on Warbike. Now this is there is a 4-year-old model for this, funnily enough. So he sort of disappeared from the normal codex a little while ago, but it's still represented in this book. He's the one. He's a very, very cool model. He's doing this with his kill saw. So the Warboss on Warbike is equipped with 2 dagger guns and a kill saw. He is going to be hitting you on 2s in combat. He's going to be moving 14 inches. He's toughness 7. Got 7 wounds, 5 attacks with a 4-up save. He is a speed freak. He can do speed war.
Yeah, which is nice.
He's all right.
Yeah,
But I think you take him different. I
think. Look, I think I do like the fact that he's toughness 7. That's pretty cheeky.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of attacks. He fulfills the role that the Death Killer Wartrike does.
Yeah.
I think personally, I'm still choosing the Death Killer Wartrike myself.
He's 115 points.
Yeah, so for 10 points more, yes, you do lose some toughness, but the Death Killer Wartrike has 8 wounds. With his Snagger Claw in combat as well, it's strength 7 minus 2 d3 damage, and you can re-roll the wounds for that weapon.
Yeah.
He does have some shooting. He's a little. No, they move about the same speed.
14 inches.
Yeah. For an extra 10 points, that's kind of what you get.
Yeah.
It kind of comes down to the toughness, really, which is better. And how many wounds does he have?
Tough as a rhino. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool.
He's got 7 wounds.
He's got 7 wounds. So this guy has 8 wounds. So you're kind of going, Like, he's not a bad unit if you're running like lots of bikes.
Yeah.
I just think I'd probably go for the Death Killer Wartrike over him personally. But having not used the Warboss on bike, I can't say for sure. So I'm going to put him. I mean, for what he does, he's good.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
I think toughness 7 is that's pretty impressive. Yeah. And when you've got 7 wounds to chew through,
I wonder, because he's a war boss, if you could make him the biggest boss.
I don't see why not.
Depends on the wording. I'm going to do something unconventional here.
Oh my goodness! You're standing up.
I'm standing up.
Don't fall in the liquid hot magma.
No, it's right. The floor is lava. The floor is lava.
Oh wow!
Let me just double check the wording on that stratagem.
Okay. This could be the difference between a good and a gooder.
A good and a gooder. I mean, just select one Warboss model in your army. And he's got the Warboss.
He is a Warboss.
He is a Warboss. So okay. So you take a Warboss on bike.
This is breaking news, everyone.
You take a Warboss on bike, you make him the biggest boss, you add 1 to the model's wounds and attack characteristics, and he gains a 4+ invulnerable.
You see, now that's... how many command points?
Just 1.
So
suddenly he becomes 8 wounds.
8 wounds.
He's got a 4-up invulnerable save.
And he's got 6 attacks.
He's got 6 attacks. And then you're probably going to give him the Killer Claw relic. I think it's called the Killer Claw.
Well, he's got a kill saw, but you can replace his kill saw with a power claw.
Yeah, so you give him the power claw, and then you're going to give him I think it's called the Killer Claw Where is it?
The Achilles claw.
Of all the claws that have ever existed.
As claws
yeah,
go.
the killer claw.
Oh, yeah.
And then you give him that, you can reroll wounds for attacks made with this weapon, and there's no minus to hit. He actually becomes a weapon. Yeah, he's really good. That's it! That's the end! I don't want to do any more! And 2 powder.
And you're saving 10 points.
And you're saving 10 points.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's nice.
Yeah.
And then running with a bunch of knobs on bikes.
Yeah, which we'll get to in a moment.
Woo!
Earth.
Okay.
Earth. Okay.
We like the Warboss on bike.
We like the Warboss on bike.
It's a good.
It's a good.
It's a good from me, it's a good from him.
Yes.
Mech Boss Buzzgob. So this is a unique character.
Ooh.
You can only take one Mech Boss Buzzgob in your army. He is a goth. So you can only take him as a goth. We'll come back to that. Now, Mech Boss Buzzgob has 2 Grot Oilers that go with him. This is a very, very cool model, by the way. If you've not seen him, go on to Forge World, look him up. He's like an Ork tech marine.
Yeah.
And it's sort of that slightly older design aesthetic that we used to see, where they were a bit more goofy looking, I guess, but he's brilliant. So he is equipped with the Slug on a Chopper, stick bombs, and his mech arms.
Oh.
So he is toughness
Arms
5.
of the mech.
Exactly.
Yes.
Toughness 5, 6 wounds. He's got 4 attacks. He is going to be hitting you on 3s in combat. He's got a BS of 4. His mech arms give you an additional 2 attacks at strength 10, minus nothing, damage 2. So that's a nice little bonus there for you.
Yes.
His Grot Oilers are called Nick, Knuckle, and Lunk. So twice per battle, when Mech Boss Buzzgob uses the mechanic boss ability to repair a model, the Grot Oilers can assist in repairs. If they do, the model being repaired regains up to 1 additional wound. So he's already regaining 3 lost wounds per turn on a vehicle.
So twice you can do it 4. That's quite a lot of wounds to get back.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Also, if Nick, Knuckle, and Lunk are being targeted, each time a roll to wound that unit, if Mech Boss Buzzgob is on the battlefield, use his toughness instead of Nick, Knuckle, and Lunk's. So
Right.
he's toughness 5, they're toughness 2.
Yeah.
So they should be sticking around a bit longer. Now, what's very cool,
Yeah, I'm ready.
his additional wound, Buzzgob's Death Dread, Buzzgob's Dread Heads. In your command phase, you can select one Goth Death Dread, Goth Mega Dread, Goth Mecha Dread, Goth Killer Cans, or a Goth Gorkanaut, or a Goth Morkanaut within 6, and until the start of your next command phase, you're adding 1 to their attack hit rolls. It's nice.
Could be good.
That is nice.
Especially
put that on a...
I think with the killer cans, that could be quite interesting.
Well,
to be
yeah.
fair. You take a big blob of kill cans there.
Yep.
And
Or put it onto a Morkanaut or a Gorkanaut.
Yeah. If you're running them, that's yeah. Okay, I like him.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to call him ugly. I'll tell you why.
Go on.
Because you can only use him as goths.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah,
It's a shame.
And don't get me wrong, goths are a great clan. They're really, really good. But it's just they've just kind of funneled him into something.
Yeah.
And look, it's all well and good to have like special characters and et cetera, for different clans or whatever, and they kind of go across the books. But it does restrict it a little bit, and it's a shame because there's actually some really cool things that you could do with him in different armies as well.
Yeah.
But if you're running goths, and you're running certain units and all that sort of stuff, I think he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's 100 points.
100 points.
For him and Nick, Knuckle, and Lunk. So yeah, if you're a Goth player and
Great.
you've got lots of Dread units, then he's pretty good.
Yeah,
like
I quite like it with the killer cans, because suddenly you've got a blob of those things which are hitting on 3s.
Oh my! And he's repairing them up to 4 wounds.
He's repairing them up to 4 wounds.
Twice in the game.
So, I could, there's some, you could put rocket launchers all on them. Accurate fire for the old orcs is always something I enjoy. So, I think he's good.
Yeah. Maybe we should make him a bad, because he's only Goths. Because if you put him in a Goth army, he's good.
Yeah, I think that's why he's ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not bad.
All right, we'll call him ugly.
He's ugly. Okay. He's ugly there. Okay, what's next?
Grot tanks. The grot tanks. We do have a lot of grot tanks, so I'm excited to see that they're here.
Yeah, well, that was in the old orc army.
I think they're still knocking about somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, so grot tanks, you can take between 3 and 8 of them, including the commander. They are 35 points each.
That's with a big shooter, right?
That's with the big shooter. You can also give them Scorchers, Grotzukas, rocket launchers, or a custom Mega Blaster, and they're all about 10 points each, apart from the...
You right there, fella?
Grotzuka, which is free.
Okay, right.
The Grotzuka's free. The others are 10 points each. Look, they're interesting. They're 6 plus D6 inch move.
Yeah, now from memory, I'm not sure where the old Imperial Armor book is now. I believe they just used to move 2d6, and that was it. So I from memory, because I have a memory of playing them, and like knowing me, I rolled like movement like 3 and 4 the entire game. They're just going. So it's good that they fixed that.
Yeah.
Unless I'm wrong, but I don't think I am.
They're Ballistical 4.
Yep.
Toughness 5. They've got 4 wounds each. Look, I think they're interesting. If you were to take like a heap of them, it could be fun.
Just have them charging around the board.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
they're not good
because they've got they're not good. What I think though, they could be interesting. So if you ran them in the cheeky zoggers, the grot mobs, if you ran them in that, so they can they get a 6-up invulnerable.
Yeah.
And then they also get a reroll 1s to hit. Then I'm a little bit more like, okay, all right, because you can give them custom Mega Blasters.
You can give them custom Mega Blasters.
So the custom Mega Blaster, I think, is Strength 8 minus 3 d6 damage from memory. The custom Mega Blaster. Oh no, forgive me. A custom. Is it blasters or cannons you can give them?
Custom Mega Blaster.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, if you wanted like an anti-tank sort of thing, like it is only one shot. It is assault though, so you could be advancing these cheeky little guys around the spot.
6 plus D6 plus D6.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work.
They're like,
so you could have them. You could kind of use them as movable weapons platforms.
Yeah.
So the problem is with the gun platforms, you do get better options as far as guns are, but they can get a bit stuck. And then depending on the kind of board that you're playing on, you might clear out one side of the board with your weapons platform, and then you spend the next 3 turns going only for a model to just move 6 out of line of sight, and you go, whereas these can kind of get a bit more maneuverability around them.
What does a Grotzuka do?
A Grotzuka. I need to find it. A Grotzuka is heavy 2d3 strength 6, no AP, just 1 damage.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I do kind of like them a little bit with the custom Mega Blasters.
I kind of like them with the rocket launcher as well.
Yeah, rocket launchers are fine. It's a bit more, you lose an AP, but it's that flat 3 damage. I think they're ugly. They're not like game changing. I think you can make them interesting if you run them in a particular way. But they're very cool.
Yeah.
They're very fun. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a lot more interested in them than I was.
Yeah. Well, if you like that, maybe you like the Grot Mega Tank as well. So the Grot Mega Tank, this is essentially a land pirate ship full of guns. This is also 6 plus D6 movement, still hitting on 4s for its shooting.
Epic.
Strength 6, toughness 6, 11 wounds. It has 3 big shooters, 2 twin big shooters, and a shooter.
So lots of shooters.
So that's nice. You can replace the big shooters with Scorchers, Grotzukas, rocket launchers, and custom Mega Blasters. Cool. And you can switch out the twin big shooter with the twin everything else.
Sure.
So yeah, it's a thing.
That's it. It's the Grot Mega Tank.
It's 90 points. So for the points, I actually kind of like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of like it. The custom Mega Blasters and the rocket launcher are 10 points each. Or you could run them with a million Grotzukas, or just go with all the big shooters.
Yeah. Do they do anything else? Have any special rules or anything like that?
It explodes.
That's fun.
It has Ramshackle.
Yeah, okay.
Got Daka Daka Daka.
Yeah.
So Daka Daka Daka, with all those big shooters, I mean,
yeah,
it's a relatively good amount of firepower.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. It could do some work. Look, it's
fine.
It's fine.
Call it bad.
It's fun. I don't think it's not bad. It's just, you're never going to use it.
No. So is it ugly?
Maybe.
Aww.
I think it's probably ugly, isn't it?
Yeah.
It could be bad. No, I can't.
90 points. So let's compare it to a rhino.
But this has no transport capacity.
But let's compare it to a rhino.
Why?
What can you compare it to?
Well, it's its own thing. It's very individual.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Let's compare it to a rhino.
I think, look, as cool as it is, I think it's bad. Because there's so many other things that you're going to choose before you take it.
Yeah. There's no need for it to exist in this life.
Yeah, it really isn't. I want to call it good because I think everything in Orks is good, but it's not.
What if you took 3 of them? 270 points.
What if I did?
I don't know. Nothing would happen.
No, I don't think it's great.
Let's move on.
Yes, please.
Let's move away from the grots.
Yeah.
Onto a very tasty unit. So we're now talking about knobs on war bikes.
I like these guys.
I've always been a real advocate for knobs on war bikes. They don't exist in the Ork Codex. I think, I want to say they used to. I'm thinking back to 7th. I think they may have done in the past, but they certainly don't anymore. So knobs on war bikes, you can take up to 9, including the boss knob, with a minimum of 3. They got a 14-inch move, weapon skill 3, BS 3, strength 5, toughness 5, 3 wounds apiece with 3 attacks.
Wait, their weapon skill and what's their BS? You said
5.
Okay, I was like, what? I thought you said BS 3. I was like, oh, okay.
No,
wow.
weapon skill 3, BS 5.
Sure.
Toughness 5, 3 wounds, 3 attacks with a 4+ save.
Do they have def guns on the bikes?
They have...
Or Daka guns, rather?
Daka guns and choppers. 2 Daka guns and choppers on each one. You can equip them with sluggers.
And you can give them... You can give any model a power claw.
Any model can have a big chopper, a kill saw, a power claw, a power stabber, or a slugger. What the hell is a power stabber?
It's a weapon. Yeah. How many points are they, Beard?
So knobs on war bikes, so this is the interesting thing. Knobs on war bikes are 30 points a model, which is 3 more.
3 points more than your normal war bike.
Yeah. Why would you ever not take them?
Yeah. If that's what you want to run, if you want to run bikes, you're taking knobs.
Yeah.
What's they're fast, they're both fast attack.
Fast attack.
For an extra 3 points, you get an extra wound and strength.
Yeah. It doesn't make much sense.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. They're great. They're
Yep.
good. They're good. And then you put that on there with your super war boss on bike.
Yeah.
Please.
Come on.
That's it.
Come on.
I think
I'd take 2 units of 9
Yeah, why not?
with the war boss.
Yes.
Beef them up.
Yes.
Oh, good grief.
That's what I'm about.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a big unit to chew through as well.
Yeah.
All 3 wounds, toughness 5.
And you
good.
can use their strategy. You can use billowing smoke on them to give them the -1.
Yeah, because they are speed freaks.
Yeah, they are speed freaks. They're super fast.
Yep.
And because you've got your war boss on bike with them, they're going to charge. That's turn 1 charge territory. Bikes are, they do, but the extra wound.
Yeah. Yeah.
The extra wound,
Yeah.
you suddenly go, okay, I think bikes are interesting again.
Yep.
Listen, they're good.
Yeah.
They're good.
You know what not's good?
What's that?
Mega Dread.
No fan of the Mega Dread?
Not really.
Tell me about the Mega
So
Dread.
we're into heavy support territory now. So a Mega Dread is a dreadnought of the Ork variety. I guess for 175 points, you'd be comparing this to a Redemptor Dreadnought. Strength 7, toughness 7, hitting you on 3s in combat, ballistic skill 5. It moves 8 inches and it's got 5 attacks. Does have 16 wounds with a 3-up save. It is equipped with 2 boom bits, a kill cannon, and a dread ripper claw. So your boom bits are essentially flamers. So you've got 2 flamers, d6 auto hitting, strength 5, 1 damage with 12-inch range. The kill cannon, it is what it is. And then the dread ripper claw is strength 14, -3, d3 + 3. d3 + 3 is quite nice.
Yeah, that's good.
When you make a charge, you roll 3d6 and discard 1.
Like that.
Which is nice.
How many attacks I got?
5 attacks.
5 attacks, right.
If you equip it with 2 dread ripper claws, you get 1 additional attack with one of the claws.
Sure.
So you can give it 6 attacks. But yeah, compared to a Redemptor.
Can you take them in units of more than 1? Right.
No. That has kind of been taken away in this book. You don't really get squadrons anymore.
So just can you with the charge, can you say that again? So is it you roll 3d6 and discard the lowest?
Yeah, each time a charge roll is made for this unit, roll 1 additional d6 and discard 1.
Okay.
So you got a good chance of getting a charge off.
Yeah, there are some stratagems that could make him quite interesting as well. The teleporter.
Yeah.
So you can set up an orc unit with a power rating of 20 or less on a teleporter pad. What's his power rating?
9.
Okay, very good. It is 2 CP to do so, but I mean, you know, if you wanted a combat variant, you kind of drop him in suddenly, and he'll kill most things he gets into combat with, by the looks of it.
He'd kill a Redemptor.
Kill a Redemptor, he should. Well, you would hope. I think he's ugly. I think there's things that you could do with him. I think he's probably a little bit expensive.
Yeah.
I think if he was, we dropped like 15, 20 points off him, I'd be like, yeah, okay, now you've got my attention.
I'd probably run him with 2 claws.
Yeah, well then you put him in the teleporter.
Yeah.
And then you drop him in.
And you got 6 attacks.
You got 6 attacks on the charge.
Yeah.
Put that into a vehicle.
Yep.
Bob is your uncle.
All you got is a 6-up save, and everyone who fails at least 4 wounds. Maybe 6.
Yeah, that's pretty
Right,
good. Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. I'd say he's bad. He's not good.
No.
But with
I'd say he's ugly.
with
But there's certain things that you can do with him to make him a bit more interesting.
he's expensive.
He is expensive. That's what I mean. It's just because like I know that comparing across codexes isn't always a fair representation of what it is. But if you look at like a Redemptor, for example, right? Yes, he's got 3 less wounds. He's pretty much the same price. I think the Redemptor might be 10 points more, but his fire output is insane. He's also, do you know what I mean? He's a core unit. He has the same attacks profiles as him, except
You're reducing a wound by 1 every time.
and you're also reducing a wound by 1 every time. It's just a bit, it's too expensive for what it can do.
Well, maybe I can interest you in a Mecha Dread.
Talk to me about a
10
Mecha
points
Dread.
cheaper.
10 points cheaper.
So 165.
Okay.
Same stat line, 16 wounds. He's got 1 less attack. He's got 4 attacks rather than 5. He's equipped with a kill cannon and a dread ripper claw, but you can give him 2 claws
Okay.
for the additional attack. You can also give him kill saws. That's strength 8 minus 4 damage 2, and you make an additional attack with kill saw. But I'd still probably take the ripper claw for the d3 plus 3 damage.
Yeah.
So this Mecha Dread can repair friendly vehicles once per movement phase, up to d3 wounds.
Cool.
Which is kind of cool.
That is cool.
And that's it. So I'd say he's ugly because I don't really get it. It's weird. It's a very odd unit. You're kind of going to want to charge him in, but also keep him back with other vehicles. You can only do d3 wounds back per turn.
He's kind of like, and he's heavy support.
Yeah. Why would you put that in a heavy support slot?
Yeah, I don't
It's ugly.
know. That's bad. It might be bad. You want to call it ugly?
Yeah,
Well,
the other one's ugly.
I think the other one, I'm kind of with you a little bit. Where with a very particular type of build for orcs, it could be kind of interesting. But I mean, at the moment, it's all about infantry blobs and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, if you were playing for fun and you have lots of kill cans and all that sort of stuff running around the board, cool. If you're using Morkanauts, Gorkanauts, etc., cool. Competitively, no one's really using any of those units. I've never seen one of these Mecha Dreads. I doubt I ever will. I think they're bad.
Okay.
Yeah. For fun, for not fun, no.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
Do you know what else is fun?
Tell me.
A Squiggoth. Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
All right.
So this is this is what you want in your heavy sports slots. Yeah. So a Squiggoth.
This is a baby one,
This is a little Squiggoth.
A little Squiggoth.
Comparatively.
Yeah.
So a Squiggoth is, he's got a 10-inch move. He'll be hitting you on 3s in combat. He's got a BS 5, strength 8, toughness 8 with 18 wounds and 4 attacks and a 3-up save. He's equipped with his goring horns to gore things.
Yes.
Goring horns are gory. So strength 8 minus 3 d6 damage. With 4 attacks, which is okay. When you finish a charge move into the enemy with engagement range on a 2+, that unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. That's nice. When he dies, he explodes, which is pretty cool. He has a transport capacity of 10 flash gitz, but you cannot take mega armor units or jump pack models in him. So you could fill him up full of tank busters. And with the Haldar ability, in your shooting phase, units embarked on this model can be selected to shoot, measure the range, and draw line of sight from any point of the model. And when shooting with units embarked on this model, they do not count as being within engagement range of enemy units. And if this model made a normal move or fell back, they count as having remained stationary.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. So that's nice. Any other restrictions or modifiers that apply to this model also apply to the models embarked on it. So if you advanced, they count as having advanced. But in terms of moving or falling back, if you've got tank busters in there or something of the like, they're not going to suffer any penalties to their shooting.
Sure.
So it's pretty cool. And
Yeah,
the Squiggoth is 190 points. So it's kind of pricey, but I quite like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, in of itself, it's average. But in terms of keeping a very shooty unit like tank busters safe for a couple of turns,
I'm just gonna. Yeah, it's interesting because I look at that and then I look at like the Bone Breaker, for example.
yeah,
How many attacks does this thing get?
that's 4.
So this thing and the damage is -4.
Minus 3 d6.
Minus 3 d6.
Strength 8.
Okay. So the Bone Breaker is 16 wounds. It is toughness 8. It's got a 4-up save. He's got a 3-up save. He gets 6 attacks with his Death Roller. He sits on 2s with the Death Roller. And that's at strength 9 minus 2 flat 2 damage.
Okay.
How many, what's the transport capacity?
10.
So this is 12.
Right.
And you can put weapons and stuff on it as well. Points comparatively, give me a moment while I check that.
I'll give you a moment. So yeah, it's 190 points for the Squiggoth. You can give the Squiggoth a cannon if you want to for another 15 points, but then it means that the transport capacity is 6, so that's probably not a particularly good idea.
Yeah. So how many points was he? 190.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Bone Breaker at its base is 180.
Okay.
So as much as I love a Squiggoth, and you know this, there are better options.
Yes, I would agree.
It doesn't. The benefit is though with the Squiggoth is that being able to shoot even when you're kind of in engagement range. So that's very good.
Yeah.
I think it's still good. I just think there are other options as well, which is actually a good thing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to give it a good.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I would use it over a bone breaker. It just depends on the kind of list that I'm running.
For sure. It's nice to have options.
It is nice to have
It's nice
options.
to have options. The big track, the biggest track in town.
Yes.
So the big track is an interesting one. So it's got a 14-inch move, web skill, ballistic skill 5, strength 6, toughness 6 with 12 wounds and 4 up save. It's equipped with 2 big shooters. It has a transport capacity of 12. And Mega Armor Jump Pack count as 2 models. When you finish a charge, with units, 1 unit in engagement range on a 4+ suffers D3 mortal wounds, which is all right. You can give it a super cannon if you'd like to, but then it doesn't have a transport capacity at all. Super cannon is 60-inch range, 2d6 shot, strength 8 -2, flat damage 3, blast. You can give it a cannon, and then it has a transport capacity of 6 instead of 12. It's a weird one. It counts as heavy support. It's 85 points. So I guess you could compare it to a truck, maybe.
Yeah.
But again, I wouldn't see a justification for it filling up a heavy support slot.
No.
If you make it a gun wagon, it's not very good because
It's super swingy.
it's super swingy, and you're relying on a high amount of shots on the 2d6, and then you're only hitting on 5s. Yeah, I'd say I don't know if it's ugly. I think it's cheap,
I think it's kind of bad.
but yeah, I think bad makes sense. I don't really see a need for it because you've got way better options.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
I agree with that. Moving on.
the cannon wagon,
Okay.
the wagon of cannons.
Yes.
So this you probably compare to a battle wagon
Or a gun wagon.
or a gun wagon. Yes, gun wagon. Thank you. Moves 12 inches, hitting on 5s. Strength 8, toughness 7, 16 wounds.
Yep.
6 attacks with 3 up save. It is equipped with 1 super cannon, 2d6, strength 8 -2, flat 3 blast, like you've just said. You can give it up to 3 more big shooters. When you shoot with your super cannon, you add 1 to hit, which is nice because of the grot gunners.
Okay, that's cool.
So this is an interesting comparison to the gun wagon. It is 170 points, including the super cannon. How would that compare to a gun wagon? Favorably?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so actually. It might even be closer to a battle wagon actually, because it's toughness 7 and the battle wagon is also toughness 7, whereas the gun wagon is toughness 8.
Right.
And if you give the kill cannon to the battle wagon, it reduces its capacity to 12 models.
Right.
So how many can this thing take in
6.
total? 6. A battle wagon's points, forgive me, I will double check that. I think it's around the same. Yeah, so that one's 180 points, you said?
170 points.
170 points. So Battle Wagon is 135 points before you kind of put your guys on it. But the gun with the +1 to hit...
Hitting on 4s. And it's blast.
It's blast. And that's the 2d6.
Yeah.
That's the same one.
Yeah.
And 170 points, you said?
Yeah. Shoot it at a unit of 10 intercessors. It's quite interesting, isn't it?
Could be. It could be. It could be quite interesting. I think there's a place for that.
Yeah.
I think there's a place for that.
I think it's relatively accurate firepower.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while to kill it. I think it's pointed appropriately.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah.
We'll take it.
You can have a good.
We'll take one. And the ballistic doesn't degrade. So luckily.
Oh, wow.
So if you get it down to a wound, you're still hitting on 4s.
Nice.
It's cool.
Yeah. Oh.
We're in Lord of War territory.
Oh, yes.
And actually, these 3 Lord of Wars Not bad at all.
I quite like them.
Yeah.
I quite like them a lot.
The Gargantuan Squigoth.
Oh,
Here we go.
yes!
Here we go. Strap in, everyone. So the Gargantuan Squigoth. It
Yes.
has a 10-inch move.
Yep.
It'll be hitting you on 3s in combat. Ballistic skill 5. Strength 12.
Ugh.
Strength 12.
Yes.
Toughness 8 with 36 wounds.
Oh, yes.
8 attacks with a 3-up save. He is equipped with huge tusks.
Yep.
So that's going to be strength 12 at its top profile. Strength 8 on its bottom profile.
Still good.
-4 D3 plus 3 damage.
Oof. Thank
you very much.
Delicious.
You can...
How many attacks?
8 and 6 at its lowest profile. You can equip it with a cannon, and if it's not equipped with a cannon, hang on.
Doesn't have a super cannon or something really crazy?
No, it's just equipped with huge stats. You can give it a Squigoth super cannon,
Yes.
which is 2d6 shots at 60-inch range, strength 8 -2, flat 3 damage blast.
Love it.
That does mean it has a transport capacity of 15. Otherwise, it has a transport capacity of 20. It has Haldar, so you can shoot without the penalty because it's from him, from any point on his model. And he's a big model.
Yeah.
So you could put in a huge amount of tank busters, for instance. Or you could put in...
Flash gitz.
Flash gitz. You could put in 9 mega knobs with a war boss, if you wanted to.
With the... Yeah, if you haven't put the cannon on there.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. It has Stampede. So when you finish the charge move in your engagement range of one enemy unit on a 2+, it does D6 mortal wounds.
Yes.
Which is very nice. It's eligible to charge when it fell back. It can make a normal move or advance or fall back over enemy models as if they were not there. And it does blow up on a 6, doing D6 mortal wounds within 6.
How many points is it, Beard?
I'll tell you right now. It's 510 points.
I'm taking one every battle.
I think...
I really like them.
Yeah. They are expensive.
They are expensive.
But it's 36 wounds.
Yeah.
Doesn't have an invulnerable save, granted.
No, but it can Barney in combat.
Yeah.
It's got a pretty good weapon if you want to load it out that way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just put things in there that can shoot out of it anyway.
Yeah, it's going to mess stuff up in combat.
It's going to absolutely... And then it's still going to be able to shoot at stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm taking 3 every game, and that's it.
Sorry, you can't transport mega armor or jump pack models. Forgive me.
Oh, so you can't take any...
No mega knobs.
No mega
but
knobs.
Bunch of tank busters in there.
Yeah. No, I'm in.
It's good.
It's very good.
It's a good one. The kill tank.
Oh, this is also quite fun.
The kill tank.
Yes.
We'll go over the points at the end.
Sure.
So, kill tank. Moves 12 inches, has a weapon skill of 4, a ballistic skill of 5. It's strength 8, toughness 8 with 24 wounds.
Okay.
8 attacks, and has a 3-up save.
Great.
It's equipped with a burster cannon, a scorcher, a twin big shooter, and a reinforced ram. So the burster cannon has a 36-inch range, 3d6 shots, strength 10,
Yes.
-3,
Yes.
flat 3 damage, blast.
Yes.
And if the attack is made at half range, you're hitting on 4s.
Love it.
Very interesting.
Yes.
You can instead replace the burster cannon with a giga shooter. This is a 48-inch range, 30 shots.
Okay.
Strength 6 -2, damage 1. But this also will be +1 to hit if you're in half range. So at 24-inch range, 30 shots hitting on 4s.
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
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 It's got grot riggers, so it will restore D3 wounds at the end of your movement phase.
Yep.
The ram means that when you make a successful charge your engagement range, there's D3 mortal wounds on a 2+. Has ramshackle. It's got a 12 capacity of 12, and you can transport mega armor knobs on here.
How many points is it, Beard? Tell me.
275.
It's good.
It's not bad at all.
It's good.
And interestingly, if you go for the giga shooter, it's free, where the burster cannon is 50 points extra. So I would probably be tempted to take the giga shooter every time.
Yeah, me too.
Because 24 inches, it's hitting on 4. It's got 30 shots.
30 shots, and you could probably put more stacker on that as well.
I'm presuming so.
Yes, just an orc unit. So
Yeah.
yes, you could. So 5s and 6s are extra shots. It's got you have your 6 mega knobs in there
Yep.
with the kill saws.
Yep.
You take 3 of them. That's it.
Yeah, game over.
They're 26 wounds, toughness 8. Did you say?
24 wounds, toughness 8 with a 3-up save.
I think that's a fantastic model.
It's got ramshackle as well.
Got ramshackle. Listen,
275. I think
that's kind of cheap.
yeah.
I think they're really good.
Yeah.
For that price, they're really, really, really good.
The goodest of the good.
The goodest of the good.
It's well good.
It's well good.
And finally, we have the custom stomper. The custom stomper, everyone.
Yes.
Here we go. It's got a 10-inch move.
Yes.
It does have 4 different profiles.
Yeah.
Because it has 40 wounds.
A lot.
Toughness 8, strength 10, hitting you on 3s in combat, unless you get it down to 30 wounds. It's got a ballistic skill of 5 with a 3-up save. It's equipped with 3 big shooters, a def cannon, the gaze of Mork, custom super rockets, scorcher, a super gatler, a twin big shooter, a twin big shooter, and a mega chopper. All of the things.
It's all of the things.
So you can give it a belly gun, which means it is no longer a transport, but the belly gun is 36-inch range, 3d6 shots, strength 8 -2, damage 2 blast. Yeah, it's all right. For 50 points, I probably wouldn't take it. I keep the transport capacity. The Gaze of Mork is 18-inch range, 3 shots, strength 12 -4, flat damage 6. Hitting on 5s, but still.
Yeah.
The custom super rockets are d6 shot, strength 8 -3, d6 blasts. You can, if you wish, you can replace its custom mega chopper twin big shooter with a stomper claw or a stomper lifter dropper. So the lifter dropper, 48-inch range, 4d3 shots, -4, damage d3 +3. Each time an attack is made with this weapon, you roll 3d6, and if the result is higher than the target's toughness, the attack successfully wounds. The Stomper Claw is a melee weapon. It is strength 20, -5, damage 9. Each time an attack is made with this weapon, and a modified wound of a 4+, inflicts d3 mortal wounds in addition to any normal damage.
It's so stupid.
Strength
It's so stupid. It's like strength, what, 20 or something?
20. Well,
Yeah.
strength ×2, and it's strength 10, and the strength doesn't degrade over
see.
time. The strength and the toughness do not degrade. It's a thing. It's a big old thing.
How many points is it?
It's 800 points. The Stomper Claw, the Stomper Claw is an additional 20 points.
So dumb.
The Lifter Dropper you can get for free.
Well, that's fun.
Uh,
Okay. It's ugly. it's too many points.
It's very
It's
expensive.
very expensive.
Yeah.
With no invulnerable save, 40 wounds does get you a long way, but not that long.
Yeah.
It suffers a little bit from Knight Syndrome, although this is way better than most of the Knights in my opinion. Well, some of them. There are going to be games where you're just like, yes, my Stomper! I have destroyed everything.
Yeah.
But again, it's like you take it to 800 points. What else do you fit in the army at that point?
Well, whatever you fit in there, you can put in it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
You can transport 20 gitz or 10 mega armor models.
Which is pretty wild.
So you could put in 9 mega knobs and a war boss,
Yep.
if you want. But that's most of your army.
It's most of your army at that point.
Yep.
So, as cool as it is, and the work that it can do, it's pretty good. I don't know. I can't call it good. I still can't call it good.
It's certainly not good.
You whack an invulnerable save on it, baby, I'm yours.
Could you?
Is there a way to do it?
Yeah, could you do it with a custom force field?
Well, you'd have
model?
to. Well, you could follow him around, I suppose.
Yeah.
You could follow him around with one.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's bad. I don't think it's ugly because of because of the potential it has to ruin everything. I'm going to say I can't say an 800-point model is good in 9th edition.
Yeah.
Because all of your eggs are in one basket.
Yeah.
I think the potential, the potential is so silly and so great that it can't be ugly.
No.
Damage 9 on its melee weapon, plus D3 if you get a 4+ to wound is just bonkers.
That's why it is ugly.
Why?
Because it could be amazing.
It could be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you think it's bad?
I think it's bad.
All right, I'm going to go with ugly.
All right.
I'm going to go with ugly.
Okay.
All right. So let us know what you think.
It's silly.
It's an outrageous. It's better than the normal Stomper though.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion.
Well, don't take it. That's my
It's my thought.
that's my review on the Stomper.
Yeah.
And
that's
it. There's some really fun stuff for orcs in this book. For orc players have fun at the best of times. You've got stuff in here to make it even more fun. Yeah. There are some competitive units. I
think the kill tanks are competitive.
The kill tanks are competitive. The knobs on bikes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, combined with the Warboss on bike. There's some really, really interesting options in there.
It's cheeky stuff.
You can cause some serious problems and serious hurt with some of those units. And yeah, you've still got points to play with. The kill tanks, 275.
Yeah, I like it. That's a lot of Dakar, and we always like more Dakar.
Oh, flip me deck. We love a bit of Dakar, don't we?
So that is it. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you think.
Yes.
This has been the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Imperial Armor Compendium Orcs. With me, the Bone, and you, the Beard, and you beautiful people. We will see you very soon. Until then, have an orky Christmas.
Take good care of your mother.